Piano warm-ups don't have to be boring, and they don't have to take a lot of time. In this video, I'm going to show you a beautiful, dreamy warm-up that I created just for you because I'm your best piano playing friend. And you can do this warm-up whether you're an absolute beginner or a more intermediate pianist. I'm going to show you how you can adapt it to your own level. Let's get started. Now, we all know that warm-ups are great for our fingers. They pump the blood into your hands, they get your ligaments and your muscles ready to play whatever song or piece you want to play. But did you know that warm-ups are also for your mind? They focus you and start getting you ready to think like a musician in musical terms. So a warm-up is a really great idea, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time to practice. It's the quickest way to get yourself into piano mode. So what we're going to work on today is getting your mind working, looking at the patterns that are happening, understanding the rhythms that I'm playing and you replicating them. Hand coordination, finger independence, hand independence, finger coordination. If you're using the pedal, we're going to work on pedaling and also playing in a smooth and gentle way. So you're also working on your musical interpretation. I'm going to show you two versions. One of them will be on only white keys, and the other one will be on mostly black keys. It's the same pattern, but in different places. So we're going to give you lots of variety. I'm going to show you both of them first, and then I'll break it down for you and show you how to learn it. And then you can come back here with me every day and do a quick warm-up once you understand what we're doing. Okay, here's how it goes. Okay, so I played each one 4 times, but you can do it as many times as you want. You notice they're all the same except for the last one, which kind of like ends the idea in a satisfying way. All right, so what are we doing? I'm going to show you the left hand first. Very easy, the white key version. Here we go. So we're just using fingers 5, 2, and 1 in the left hand. Starting on F, low F. Then second finger on C, first finger on F. Okay, so let's do that together. And the rhythm is long, short, long. You don't have to remember it because when you put the hands together, it'll be obvious. But it's a good idea to practice. Let's do it one more time. Okay, and then the second pattern in this white key version, we keep the second finger on C. Now, it's still the same fingering pattern. You're going to hear the word pattern a lot today. Patterns are everything. So its fingering pattern is 5, 2, 1 still. Second finger staying on C. Now we're doing E on the bottom. E, C, E. Okay, so we did F, C, F, and then it's E, C, E. So if you're more on the beginner side or if you're brand new to piano, definitely practice that. Just remember, we don't play like this, right? We're not typing. Relax your wrist. Imagine that you're playing underwater and just kind of floating around, okay? So that's the left hand, practice it. The right hand does more. Why are we giving the right hand more to do? Because in general, if you're more toward the beginner or even intermediate level, your right hand's going to be doing more in the pieces and the songs that you play. So You can always do other warm-ups to, get the left hand more intricate stuff, but right now we're doing this warm-up. Okay, so now our third finger is going to be on C. This is middle C. The very first time we play, that third finger plays with the first finger at the same time, like that, on G. So just play it, and again, we want to relax your wrist, like that. Okay, so never pounding the piano. This is a gentle, dreamy warm-up. Okay, so here we go. So now from here, fourth finger on D, which is right where it is. Stretch down a little bit, second finger on A, and then back to your G. Let's do that together. So you see we're doing finger coordination and finger independence. Okay? Then you repeat that, but this time you just do the third finger by itself. And then the rest is the same. Okay? So basically you do the same pattern 2 times, like that, 2. But the first time, you let the thumb come along on the first note. Second by itself. All right, so practice that. Then the second half of it is, still keep that thumb on G. This time, instead of playing third finger on C, you play fourth finger on D together. Like that. Again, balancing the weight of your hand between the 2 fingers. We're developing strength of your hand, the bridge of your hand. So down. Now from here, fifth finger. Yeah, working on fifth finger. And then third finger on C, first finger on G, and reach up 1 octave. You can connect or you can lift. So we're working on accuracy, on aiming. So much in one very short exercise once you learn it. So the second part is G and D, 1 and 4. Keep your finger round. I know fourth finger is more challenging. It's a weak finger for everybody. It's not just you, it's everybody. So how do we make it stronger? Not by ignoring it. Okay, so you want a nice round fourth finger, like that. Then fifth finger on E, third finger on C, go back to your thumb, and then you can lift and just drop an octave higher, or you can stretch. Both of them are really good. All right, let's do the entire right hand. Remember how it starts? 1 and 3, G and C. Here we go. Remember, it's dreamy. Nice and relaxed. Now, 1 and 4. There we go. And E, C, G, G. So that one only happens 1 time. The first pattern happens 2 times. Second pattern happens 1 time. You can play it as many times as you want. When you're ready to end it, it's really nice, instead of going to G as your aiming note, to go up a little bit higher to C. So it sounds like this the last time. You're now practicing a bigger leap, which we have in piano all the time. So here's the very last time. And notice I am lifting from my wrist and dropping in. I'm not doing this. Listen, you can do the very best warm-ups and exercises, but if you do them tense and tight, you're not giving yourself a chance to get better. Okay? So how you do it matters. All right. Once you've got that, we're going to put the hands together. Ready? So the very first thing we do is all at the same time. F in the left hand, fifth finger, right hand, C and G. Here we go. And then the right hand takes over. Now, right when you're about to play the right hand thumb, left hand comes in with that second finger. And then the very next note, you play together. Okay, so let's do that one more time. All starting together. Here we go. Right hand. Now, here we go. and here. The right hand keeps going. Okay, see that? Practice that and always see how much ease, how much relaxation you can find in your movement. It's kind of like yoga. Well, not the extreme kinds of yoga. Then when you've got that part of it, the next part, the pattern's the same. The hands play together in the same spots. We just have different notes. Left hand and right hand play at the same time. E for the left hand, G and D for the right hand. Ready? Lift and fall. Now, together, together. Let's do that one again. E in the left hand, right hand, G and D. Ready? Lift and fall. Here it is. Okay, so it's together, right hand plays, and then the last two notes are left hand and right hand at the same time. Now, if you wanted to add pedal, what you do is you put down the pedal here at the very beginning. Hold it down. Hold it down. Easy. Now, when the left hand plays the fifth finger, that's when you're going to lift and lower. Okay? So we don't lift the pedal first. We play the note, and then before we let it go, we go boop, boop, up and down. I have a pedaling tutorial. I will link it here. So let's do it one more time slower, and this time we're going to end on that C. Here we go. Sounds more dreamy when it's slow. Ready? Up, down. All the way to C, and you're done. If you wanted to go a little faster or a lot faster, it sounds like this. Okay? So see how you can vary the sounds you're getting. Be gentle with it, lean into it in some places, lean away in others. You don't want to wait until you're playing a song or a piece before you start thinking about musicality. How loud are you playing? What kind of touch are you using? I wouldn't play this the same way I would play a rock song, right? Okay, now, if you're going to play, I have a piece of hair, it keeps fighting me. If you're going to play on black keys, the fingering patterns are exactly the same. When the hands play together, exactly the same, just the notes are a little different. So I'll show you the left hand, and I'll go a little faster here because we already understand there's a fingering pattern. There's also kind of a rhythmic pattern, a coordination pattern. Okay. Again, I remember I said I was going to say pattern a lot. Okay, so in the black key version, left hand starts on F sharp, goes to C sharp, and then up to F sharp. And the rhythm is the same, long, short, long. Okay? And then the second part of it, second finger stays on C sharp, pinky goes down to F, and first finger is on F. So our common note is that middle note in both versions. In the white key version, it was C. In the black key version, it's C sharp. Okay, so I'll see that one more time. Starting on F sharp. And then on F, what's our common note? C sharp? Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's the left hand. Practice it. Right hand, same fingering pattern. We start with 1 and 3, and it's going to be G sharp and C sharp. So a lot of times people are afraid of black keys, and I think it's because they don't play them until they've been playing for a while. So it becomes like the stranger they don't know and they're afraid of. I say dive right in. G sharp, C sharp. Then fourth finger on D sharp. Second on A sharp, back to your thumb, your G sharp. Then you repeat that, right? You already know the pattern. Let's do it one more time. Don't be afraid of those black keys. Just stay right on top. Keep your fingers round, okay? Still relaxed. Ready? Here we go. Now 1 and 4. Remember, the first finger stays on the same note. We did the same thing in the white key version. So G sharp, now 4th finger's on D sharp. Okay, and then 5th finger is going to go to F, or you could call it E sharp. Yep, it's called E sharp too. Then 3rd finger on C sharp, back to your thumb, your home base, and then aim for that G sharp. Let's do that one. G sharp, D sharp, 1 and 4, and then F or E sharp, however you're thinking of it. 3rd finger on C sharp, first on G sharp, and then aim. I'm laughing because on one of my videos for Beethoven, I say something like E sharp or B sharp, and I have all these comments saying there's no such thing as B sharp. A little information is a dangerous thing. All right, and then when you're ready to end it, you're not going to aim to G sharp, you're going to aim to C sharp. Let's try that. And finish it up on C sharp. This aiming onto black keys from look kind of far away is really good for you to develop your familiarity with the keyboard, and also to take away any like hesitation you have about moving around. Okay, now let's play that black key version together. I'm going to throw the pedal right in because we've already talked about it. So left hand is on F sharp, right hand is on C sharp here, and G sharp on the bottom. So let me do it from the bottom up. G sharp and C sharp. Ready? 1 and 3. Put down your pedal if you're using it. Ready? Here we go. Now, right hand plays. Here we go. Hands together. Hands together. Then left hand's done for a while. And notice I'm moving it, not holding on. I'm moving it while the right hand plays. Lift, and now we're going to do the second part. F, G sharp, and D sharp. Here we go. Change your pedal. Here we go. Left hand always plays with that thumb in the right hand. Okay, we're going to do it one more time, and then we're going to end it on C sharp. Ready? Here we go. Here's that thumb together. Together. Now left hand moves so that it can be ready. Together. Here it is. And we're going to end it. You can even slow it down at the end. And if you wanted to play it kind of fast and flowy, it sounds like this. Pretty, right? You could do this for like a minute, and it's such a nice entry into your piano practice for the day. If you want to learn my top 2 secrets for playing piano fast, you will definitely want to check out these videos here. Keep practicing, have fun, and I will see you soon. Bye!